Yeah. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Got two messages this past week. One was from my nephew, Judah. Shout out to Judah. He's out there, he's doing his thing. He's starting to come into his own on the basketball court. And he sends me a message with like a bag full of his first place medals, his trophies, his entire trophy case. And he sends me the bag and he says, I still got more to come, right? And just yesterday, my sister sent me a couple videos and pictures of his basketball game. And one thing I noticed with him and his entire team is they all had on the same shoes. They had the same kicks on. I don't know the name of the kicks, but the shoes were matching the uniforms, obviously, because that's how we do it at DMV. We make sure we got some style with us when we playing and stuff like that, right? And it brought me back to when I was a kid, and I remember Coach Mike. Coach Mike was my linebackers coach before I got to high school, Coach Mike Wills. And Mike Wills, his main sport is basketball. That's his thing. He was obviously a football coach as well, but his main thing, I'm talking like he used to train Juan Dixon and train these guys that are going to the NBA in the off season, but he obviously did some football stuff as well to keep active throughout the fall, but basketball was his main thing. And I remember one year, it was the first year actually, in which he coached the team I happened to be on. And it was at the end of the season, we were getting, all of us got these new sweaters. We got these new kind of sweaters that had, I believe it was Brick Cheney White Oak Warriors on it. They had some kind of a saying on it, something like that. And now this was before we got the Pop Warner. Now Pop Warner, it's gonna take me, I don't have time to get into the next year when we moved to Pop Warner, when we all got the Jordan cleats and we all got new bags and we all got the freshest of gear. But the year prior, before we got Coach Vassos, as Coach Mike was handing out these sweaters to us, we were all in the line, waiting for our sweaters. And then I remember him stopping the line at one point. He goes, hey, oh yeah, by the way, this right here, when they see this tomorrow, because it was a Friday night, and we're going to play a game on Saturday morning. He goes, look, when they see this right here, when they see all of us in the same sweaters, wearing the same stuff, that unity right there is going to intimidate everybody. You're going to win the game before it even starts if you understand the power of unity. And that's what I want to talk to you guys today about. Kind of piggybacks off what I was talking to you about yesterday when it comes to Dick's Sporting Goods and how it got started. I'm finished. I'll probably end up finishing the book today. And he's talking about how to build this culture and what sports actually do for the young kids, what sports is actually meant to do. All right. It is not about who makes it to the NBA. It is not about who makes it to the NFL. It's not about any of if you're going to get paid to play this game. It's about forming a brotherhood, forming a bond, and forming, group of young men or women, coming together for something productive and having a common goal. And how that mentality, no matter how difficult things get in the real world or in life, when you're faced and you have the core of that mentality, you will always land on your feet and you'll always figure out how to create opportunities when there are none there, because that's what you're just bred to do as an athlete. Like, look at me again. I use myself as an example all the time. In South Florida, I have an aunt who lives about an hour away, and then my cousin is about another hour away. Again, for the most part, it's just me out here creating opportunities out of nothing, just creating, and it's all based on the sports background I have, all right? So take that into consideration when you're going out there and you're competing and you're looking to establish those life lessons and create life lessons using sports, because it's the best way. It's the best way to teach life lessons, all right? Again, all of this, I dive into all of this in detail on makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.